Damn. Yeah.
The James Ward-Prowse dilemma. It's transfer deadline day on the West Ham network. We've already brought you a show this morning regarding some of the latest links. And trust me, it will probably take you on the biggest journey of your life on transfer deadline day. I fully expect some movement in terms of players going out and players coming in. But one player I want to focus on today is James Ward-Prowse. Of course, linked out of the club as Nottingham Forest are apparently exploring an option to try and bring him in on a permanent deal. Now, apparently, according to sources, West Ham are not actively looking to offload James Ward-Prowse and either any of their other midfielders at the club. But if an offer comes in that they can't refuse, I think they would be willing to move on it. Now, apparently, it's Nottingham Forest that are exploring the move to bring him in. But like I said, we're not looking to get him out. But he still could depart if the right deal is in place. I'm a bit torn on the whole James Ward-Prowse situation because do I think he offers more to West Ham than, say, for example, what Tommy Soucek does? Yes, because he scores goals, he can assist goals, and he can create something from absolutely nothing, and I think that's really vital in teams. However, he hasn't featured much in 3 games, played nearly the full game in the Carabao Cup, Corrupt Cup, and it didn't go according to plan. And I can see him leaving the club, but again, it has to be for the right deal. It has to be for the right amount of money, and it has to be something that he's going to buy into as well. I'm not so sure, with all due respect to Nottingham Forest, that is probably what he would want to. I could see him probably wanting to go back to Southampton more than Nottingham Forest, but I think Southampton don't want to explore a permanent deal yet. I think they would be looking for a loan option. Maybe with an option to buy. I don't know. Would I sell James Ward-Prowse only for the right money? It would only be like for like, but I'm not sure people out there will spend the money that what West Ham are looking for. And will West Ham sell for what, 25 million, 20 million? I don't think they will. I don't think we need to. I really don't think we need to, because I think we can bring in players that we need, i.e. Carlos Soler, who could really, in theory, remove James Ward-Prowse's opportunities at the club and make them worse. But we could move on other players like Max Cornet, Agerd, you name it, other players we've spoken about before on the channel, to allow more room to bring in players. But if we do bring in more central midfielders and don't get rid of James Ward-Prowse, what does his future look like at West Ham, especially when we're only playing in the Corrupt Cup and the potential for the FA Cup as well? Listen, I want what's best for West Ham. I want what's best for our players. I like James Ward-Prowse. I think he holds himself high. He's well respected. He's a modern professional. He deals with situations really well. I just like the fact that he can, and throughout his whole career, be effective stats-wise. But those stats I'm talking about are goals and assists-wise that can win you points in a season. And if we can somehow utilize him as a player off the bench or for specific games, once West Ham are playing in that flow, he becomes a bit of a cheat code. And don't forget, we called him the cheat code last season, and I think he can remain that cheat code this season. So the only way I'd be looking to sell James Ward-Prowse is if we got an offer we couldn't refuse and an offer he would be happy with. But I'm not so sure he wants to leave West Ham yet 1 year into his move to us. Stay tuned on the West Ham Network. We'll bring you more stories as the day goes along. There is plenty more coming your way. Come on, you Irons.